Hi, I'm Kaylee, and I'm doing a speech on Greek mythology, the past, present, and future. So, my specific purpose is to inform you all on Greek mythology and how it compares to U.S. culture. Have you ever heard the saying that if you go swimming right after you eat, it'll cause cramps? Well, actually, that's just a myth. And I'm sure that's not the only thing that you've heard as a little kid that can turn out to be myths. The same goes for Greek mythology. They just might not be as common. So I'm credible to inform you all on this topic because I've done a lot of research on it. So Greek mythology has been around for a very long time and will probably be around for much longer. And Greek mythology is a culture that is very similar yet very different than US culture. So first I'll explain how Greek mythology culture is important, then I'll explain the relevance of Greek mythology in today's culture, and finally I'll talk about US culture. So Greek mythology is very important, even in ways people might not even know. So my first main point is how Greek mythology is important. Well, first, it influences the arts and literature of Western civilization. And according to A.W.H. Atkins and John Richard Thorhill Pollard, poets and artists get inspiration from Greek mythology, and we have discovered contemporary significance and relevance in classic mythological themes. Next, there are different forms of myths in Greek mythology which provide various aspects of culture. The three forms are religious myths, legends, and folktales. So, religious myths are mostly concerned with gods or heroes, and the more serious aspects are related to ritual. Myths were also viewed as embodying divine or timeless truths, whereas legends were quasi-historical, which means a characteristic of history or the past events. For example, historical research. Folktales are consisting of popular recurring themes and are told for amusement, and they found their way into Greek myths. So mythology itself is a part of a person's heritage. According to Brian N. Griffin Jr., it is a constant reminder of who we are and where we come from. And when you look at this slide, we know that we all have a place where we come from, and this is just an example of the Greek gods and a family tree of where they may come from. Not only does Greek mythology have a significant impact on Greek culture, but it also has an impact on American culture today. So my next main point is the relevance of Greek mythology to today's culture. Not only were these things relevant in the past, but things often reoccur, so it helps to refer to the past to know what to do in the future. So, according to Jerry Millett, it is important to remember these Greek mythology stories because they were written by wise men who had a hand in helping to shape modern thinking. Also, Greek mythology continues to be involved in today's world because of the stars and galaxies. According to Bartley.com, many of which are named after characters in Greek mythology. This just shows again how Greek mythology is still relevant in today's culture. So when you look at this slide, here's a picture of some Greek gods, which may or may not have some stars named after them. So Greek culture not only has an impact on American culture, but it also has an impact on other cultures as well. And that brings me to my last topic, which is what is U.S. culture? Well, first, it is made up of customs and traditions, which can be significantly different based on people's religions or people's family situations. We believe what is right and wrong from either what we've experienced, seen, or have been told. But when it comes to Greek mythology, they learn what's right and wrong through myths and stories, which have been passed down from generation to generation. According to Kim Ann Zimmerman, the U.S. culture is one of the most culturally diverse places in the world. When you look at this slide, it's a picture of the United States with different pictures to show how different people may be. Some differences might be the food we eat, what we wear, our language, what music we listen to, what we believe is right and wrong, how we sit at the table, etc. So, as you can see, Greek mythology is more influential in modern day life than people really know. So, I hope that I have helped everyone understand a little more about Greek mythology and to see how it is important, how it relates to today's culture, and how you all can see what US culture is. Overall, take into consideration how things you may hear can impact how people may act in many more ways than one. Also, pay attention to the past because it may help you in the future. Thank you.